Hey everybody, so I got a pretty special video for you today. A couple weeks ago, I got to meet the rank number 3 women's singles player, Kaitlyn Christian. If you have not seen her play before, she is an absolute beast. Like, one of the things that really stood out to me watching her play was how dynamic her shots were. And I mean, her kinetic chain, man, like she hits so hard without making it look like anything. So I was definitely fanboying the entire time, but I got it together. But anyways, in this video, she actually teaches me some of the different types of serves. I know I've done a lot of serving videos in the past, but in this one, I think it's special because she teaches me the different types of serves, and she kind of goes into the why of each serve that she does. So she kind of shares with me her toolkit. She also breaks down the mechanics very well. So for those of you who really like to nerd out on the mechanics of things, you'll get that in this video. So I think you guys are gonna really like this video. It's pretty cool. Anyways, special shout out to Kaitlyn. Thanks so much for spending this time with me to teach me your sweet serves. Definitely going to be using these. And also special thanks to Happy Dinker and AVAC for hosting this clinic, which is where I met Kaitlyn. I'll put their description down in the link below, as well as Kaitlyn's. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Like and subscribe. Enjoy.
Yeah, so I've got a little toolkit in my repertoire of serves. I throw in, like you said, a lob serve. I throw in like fast-paced serves. I throw in slice serves. All is opponent dependent. And the main objective of it is just to set myself up. I like to transition into the net. And so to set myself up for a good approach shot and a good second ball to go into the net and work the point from there.
Yeah, can we see some?
Yes, let's do it. So this is my first go-to serve. It's called, Dave Fleming likes to call it the Happy Gilmore serve.
Okay.
So I generally, I'd say take 2 large steps in when I'm walking through. So I'll start a couple feet back from the baseline and then take 2 big steps and then really get my body weight going into the court.
Ooh.
Body weight going into the court.
Ooh.
This is my more fast-paced serve. And then my goal here, I guess, is to get a lot of body weight going forward, and then as I'm about to hit it, I really load, especially on my right leg, so that I can explode into the court.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you guys could see that super well. Maybe I'll go on Matt's side, but those are like going really deep.
Yeah, I think depth is also, on this serve, the most important key for me is depth and pace. So I try to aim as deep in the court as possible.
Yeah.
And I try to bully people around with this serve and just give it as much pop and pace as I can.
That's what I've noticed when I was playing against you, was like, I didn't know if you're gonna like make me run to the left or right. And already before you even hit the ball, I'm already nervous of like, wait, she could hit super deep left corner or right corner.
Yeah, and I think that's why this serve works to set up my other serves very well, is that I try and bully people back in the court. And then when I need to, I'll change my angle or I'll change position, and then I'll give them, you know, a light serve out wide or a slice serve or a lob serve.
Oh, okay, we're gonna see that later. But I'm gonna make this a slow-mo so you guys could see up close of her footwork. Yeah, that's got such a clean, like the sound that when you hit, it on the ball, it sounds different than when I hit it, because sometimes mine's like I'm hitting it maybe slightly off center.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like, but yours is like pop.
Yeah, and it's got a good arc to it as well. I try to put a lot of spin on it, so that way like it's bouncing and like kicking off into the opponent, making their return hopefully a bit shorter so that I can attack it.
Right. I'm gonna try to replicate it.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll do like a little side-by-side comparison of what a normal person's attempt at this looks like versus Kaitlyn's. 2 steps, you say?
Yes, it's 1,
Left,
2,
right,
and
left.
3. So I guess it would be, hold on. So 1,
Left,
2,
right,
yeah,
left.
and then load into it.
Left, right, left, and you're loading here.
Yes, and then try and explode out into the court using this left leg, or this right leg, sorry.
Oh, the right leg
Yes,
swiveling forward.
yes.
Okay. It's like a dance too. I'm like, right? Explosion.
You really just want like a walking start into the court. Yeah.
Okay.
Just walk, 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 and explode into the court.
Right. I've never done a walking serve before. I'm always just like, hey.
Yeah, I mix that serve in as well, but I
Right.
honestly do find like Anna Leigh Waters for a short period of time was using the run serve.
Yeah, she was like running like.
Yeah, and I find that it's the coordination is a little bit easier when I'm walking, and like I can still get a pretty good load. It's all about just forward momentum and getting a good load from that right hip.
Okay. All right, let's attempt it. So.
Yes. That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I feel that like movement kind of coming
the walking
through.
gives you a little bit extra momentum to get into the court.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, hopefully that leads to a short reply from them, and your body weight's already forward, and you can capitalize and take advantage of the short ball.
That was a lot more like power than I thought. I thought I'd be like, it's gonna be weird, but that was like a lot more. It's like, whoa, that flowed.
It comes pretty natural. Like it flows pretty well after you do it a couple times. It's not too robotic.
Okay. I might have to add the Happy Gilmore serve to my serve now. Oh, so cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like if I keep practicing this, I could really get that. It was a lot
and
effortless.
sometimes like when your momentum goes forward, you overhit a little bit just because you've got so much force going this way. So just practicing like pace control.
Yeah.
After a couple times, you kind of get what you need to do.
Okay, one more, and then we'll have Kaitlyn do a few more.
Nice. He's already got it.
It feels good. Guys, you've got to try Kaitlyn's Happy Gilmore serve. Kaitlyn, can we see one more, and then I'll do like an overlay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, yours looks way smoother. I feel like mine, I kind of jerk and explode because I'm trying to generate that power. But yours looks like, so
I mean,
good.
just getting the steps and the coordination down, I think takes a little bit of practice, but once you do it, like things go pretty seamlessly through the shot.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, we got the Happy Gilmore serve. What else you got in your toolkit?
Let's see. I like the slice serve.
Slice serve?
A lot. I particularly like the slice serve on this side.
Oh, okay.
Because that opens up the court a lot better for me.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. So
if
you would go for a slice serve on the left side of the court more often?
Yes, because the trajectory of the ball is going to take the ball to he's a righty, towards the fence, opening up the court a lot better. So I get him, moving that way, and then I'm able to hit the ball there.
Yeah, that's already right.
Hopefully emulating that.
Right.
Where on this side, I do use it as a mix-up serve just to mix up pace. But for court positioning wise, I prefer to use it on the left side of the court.
I have never really heard someone talk about that much, of how they vary up the serve based on left or right side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just using court dimensions. Like if I'm able to use spin to my advantage and get him far off of the court, then it opens up the court for my next shot. And top spin will generally go up or into somebody. So the slice serve is a really useful tool to pull someone off of the court.
Oh, what's funny is like I experimented with like that slice serve for a little bit, but mostly as like a meme of like, oh, look how much spin I could put on this ball. But it's really cool to actually hear like a top level pro actually explain like what the benefits are.
Yeah.
And why.
Yeah, I learned the benefits just by playing against players that did it to me. And like Catherine Parento is a good example. Like she throws in these slice serves, Annalie Waters does it, and it just throws you off. Like they're hitting serves, and once, you know, you do the same thing 10 times in a row, your opponent gets a groove. So when you do this, it makes them have to move their feet a lot more to set up for the ball, but it also makes them generate their own pace and power. So it's a little bit different. This serve also, I run people sometimes into the fence over here, but these are a little bit more sporadic.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's actually a really cool combo. Let me see if I can get a better angle. That's a cool combo because the purpose of this serve is to set up your next shot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's to set up my next shot. Typically, I mean, all the time, I'm going to go down the line, and then I'm going to approach the net and take control from there.
I see.
Yeah. And the goal is to run him into all the fences.
Run him into all the fences. That's so cool. Would you do this in a doubles game as well, or is this particularly more of a singles strategy?
No, I do it on the doubles court as well, particularly when my opponent is trying to unstack. So if I've got the girl playing the left side and she needs to unwind to the right side, I throw in this serve to make it very difficult. So either they have to call off the unstack or the girl is hustling to try to get to this spot, and I can either roll it aggressively to her feet or rip it to the open court.
Right.
And the guy generally leaves the line open because he knows his partner is off position. So yeah, I use this as well, and especially mixed doubles.
Mixed doubles. Okay, that's interesting. I never thought of utilizing this to punish the stack.
Yes, yeah, I always do. I always utilize this when the girl is on the left side and she desperately wants to get to the right.
Yeah.
And I either rip a forehand down the guy's line because he's trying to help her cover middle.
Yeah.
Or I aggressively roll to the right side of the court.
Interesting. Actually, Huey, can we borrow you? That way you guys will kind of get a visual of what Kaitlyn's talking about. I'll just let the video do the talking. Here we go. Nice. Nice. So that's really cool because just to kind of break down what Kaitlyn's talking about is Matt has to run all the way across to unwind the stack. And Kaitlyn is already punishing that because she pulled him off wide.
Yeah, it just gives him a couple extra steps to cover. And then it also makes his partner a little bit wary, like, where do I cover? Do I cover my line, which I'm supposed to be the middle, or do I fade over and help him cover his side because he's still so far behind the kitchen line?
Cool. You guys want to try that one more time? Yeah.
Yeah,
they couldn't even unwind.
So it causes also a lot of partner communication because if one person's running this way and he's like, no, stay, it's like the whole court's open.
What the heck? Okay, do that one more time. That was hilarious to watch.
Or you just run him into fences like that, one or the other.
Okay, let's break down the technique. Okay, first I'm gonna not do the walk. Okay. I'm just gonna do like my traditional slice.
Whatever feels natural to you.
Okay. Okay. I wanna try to hit like that corner to run him in the fence.
Yes, I'm kind of aiming towards, he's a lefty, so I'm aiming towards his forehand side, and if it bounces there, it's gonna shoot out to the fence.
Okay, let's try that.
That's great.
Yeah, and I can see the effect that he...
Yes.
I mean, here he was already like, stay, stay, stay.
Exactly, yeah. And I think with this serve, it's more important. I actually aim shorter in the court. I don't aim as deep because I find that when I aim shorter, the ball takes a little bit more of a bounce to the left. The deeper it goes, it slides slightly, but it has more pace on it.
I see.
So I try to slow this serve down.
Take a little bit pace off and go from more of a sharp angle.
Yes. So I come from here to here around the ball.
Interesting. Yeah.
And then my grip pressure is probably at a 6 or 7. So it's a little bit looser, as opposed to if I'm just ripping a serve for pace, it's probably at an 8, 8.5.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Can you do that motion in slow mo?
Yeah.
So it's like that. Okay.
Do you want me to hit one?
Yeah. Awesome. All right, shall we move on to your next tool?
Yes. Yes, we can. Would you like me to do the lob serve or the short angle serve? The short angle serve, you can also do a doubles.
Oh, we have 2 more. Oh, short angle and lob.
Well, the short angle, I mean, it's the same thing. It's this serve where I try to...
Oh, yeah. We got to do that one. Okay. We got to do that one, yeah.
This is a short angle serve. You can do it on both sides. My favorite side to do it on is the right side because the angle is more natural.
Yeah.
And I actually take a different position on this serve. So I come all the way out here.
Oh.
And I don't do the walk-up serve.
Okay.
And I actually open up my stance as opposed to closing it.
Oh.
So I open it up, and then I'm just aiming right outside that kitchen line.
My gosh.
And I'm trying, and I'm not always that accurate, to be honest. Sometimes it goes a little bit deeper, but my goal is honestly to just run them off the court. And once they're there, it's very difficult for them to recover.
Oh my gosh.
Which opens up the court quite well.
My God, you're just a puppeteer. Like,
yes, I mean, you got to use all angles of the court to your advantage.
Yeah. Okay, we're out here playing checkers, and she's like just doing geometry out here.
And this is a very useful serve in singles as well as doubles, because if you're trying to unwind the stack and you see your partner, running into a fence, it's probably going to be very difficult to unwind the stack.
Right. Poor Matt. He's gonna have bruises in the morning.
So I guess my aim point is very shallow in the court. My grip tension is also at a probably 6 because I'm trying to just whip the ball a little bit off the court. So I need to be nice and loose while I'm hitting it.
Right.
And then shallow in the court is very important as opposed to deep in the court.
Yeah. You're not hitting this ball hard at all.
Not at all, no. I'm probably hitting it at 45%.
45%.
Yeah.
All right, let's give this a try. We're gonna watch her do it one more time, then we'll attempt it. And then just the open court. My goodness, she just makes it look so effortless. And you don't even care if they know you're gonna go for it.
No, I don't at all. Because with this serve, you can actually still go to the middle. My other favorite serve is to curve the ball into their body. So they're expecting this short angle serve, but then I just rip one as hard as I can and curves it into their body.
So you just are playing mind games with them.
Yes.
I see. Okay, so here. I don't know how you hit that angle.
So less pace.
Less pace,
less power, yeah.
Less pace, less power.
There it is.
You're a genius, coach. Every time you tell me to do something, it works. Wait a minute. Okay, less pace, less power. Oh wait, okay. I think you need to tell me it.
Yeah, less pace, less power. Also, the first one, just keep your body weight stationary.
Yeah.
And then no falling backwards.
No falling
and then
back.
also, if it's tough, to get it there, try simplifying your swing a little bit, not too big of a backswing. It's just a small, I like to think of it as like a small lowercase c. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
Good.
That one felt a lot better.
That one was very good. It's just the point on the court that you hit. But to hit there takes a lot of practice.
Right.
But that trajectory is perfect.
Right.
That's even better than my serve.
Cut the video. That's a thumbnail.
Nice. I love it.
I feel like your tips, like when you tell me something, there's things that like I can't think about on the spot, but when you tell it to me, like that's exactly what I need to hear.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm happy. I'm happy I can say something useful.
That was sick. Okay, you guys gotta try. What do you coin this serve? What did you call it? The short
angle serve.
The short angle serve.
That's what I like to do, and I like to do it on both sides.
Yeah.
So yeah, my goal is honestly to open up the court as much as I can, so that way I can be as aggressive as I possibly want to be moving forward into the court.
And Kaitlyn's saying that you are threatening that, but like if you see them, so Matt, you're like anticipating that short angle serve, you'll curve it into their body there by like kind of blasting it a little bit deeper.
Yes.
All right, Matt, which one am I gonna hit? And then they might be like caught off guard there.
Yeah, I try to give it a little bit more spin. So I'll do the short angle and then I'll do, oh, no.
that was
Not
gonna
quite.
hurt, Matt. That was gonna hurt. Yeah.
That one. So I kind of catch them. Maybe they might be anticipating a short ball, but then I kind of catch them on their back foot. And if it goes really well, it's like curving into you, so your hand placement is it's tricky to get out of the way of the ball. That's the idea.
Can you hit like 3 balls, but like don't tell us what you're gonna hit?
Okay.
So like I wanna see if we can catch on camera of like your body language of whether it's gonna go short angle or long. Did you know it was gonna go there? Ooh. Oh, you totally juked you. I thought you were gonna go short angle.
Yeah, you try to make it look the same, and even if it doesn't look the same and they can kind of pick up some tells, like it still puts them in a very uncomfortable position on the court.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I have a lot to think. We got a lot to think about.
You've already got the serves down.
It's funny because I used to kind of like practice this, but I was like, oh, this is gimmicky. I should just do a consistent serve. But now you're kind of reinvigorating my passion.
Yeah,
for
I mean, look,
this.
a lot of people still do the traditional serve, but I think like every shot that I can take as much advantage of as possible, and I do have more power than a lot of other players, like I'm going to take advantage of it.
Right.
My 1-2 punches, my first 3 balls are like generally my strongest, so it suits into my game, and I'm going to take as much advantage of it as possible.
Yeah. So cool. Well, we have one more, right? The lob serve?
Yes,
I'm excited because I've been experimenting with lobs more in my games. And I used to be a lob hater. Like, oh, that's not clinical.
Yeah.
Like, but now I'm a lob believer.
Yes.
Like, it's good.
No, it's totally good, especially if you're lobbing from the line, like to get people pushed off the line and regain like court positioning is amazing. And then the lob serve, especially, it's really not like a crazy serve. Like it makes people generate their own pace and power. And if you're nervous, if it's close in a match and people don't want to be generating their own pace, like I like to throw in a lob serve, and then sometimes they're just like very tentative with the reply, and I can again take advantage of it. You kind of have to read the room. Some opponents will just rip it as fast as they can, but it's a good off-pace serve.
Yeah.
So I also like to stand a little bit further back. You have to kind of play around with the pace and depth, because if I stand on the line, I generally miss the serve long. So I like to take a couple steps back and then just pop up a nice little...
Yeah, I noticed. Matt, how did you feel about that one? Because their return was a little bit shorter on that one.
Yeah, no, it was super high on my forehand side. It's kind of an awkward ball. You know, I don't have a tennis background. I'm not quite sure how to hit up here.
Yeah.
It was super awkward for me.
Huh.
Yeah, and it really makes him generate his own pace. And
Yeah.
if people don't generate pace well, then their reply is usually short.
Right.
So, and it's just a good mix-up.
Mix up, yeah. It looks so uncomfortable to return that.
It is.
Yeah, he's not able to return fast or deep.
Yeah.
So you're not getting hurt by any of these returns.
Exactly. And some players honestly do take well to the serve. They do punish the serve, but it's again like knowing your opponent's strengths and weaknesses, reading the court, and then sort of just using it as a mix-up.
Yeah.
I like to especially do it, like I said, in tight situations because a lot of people under pressure don't like to create their own pace.
That's me. I don't like when
Yes,
someone...
it's a lot of people. So, you know, your muscles are tight
Yeah.
and you just want to absorb the pace of the opponent and then send it back to them. But then when you actually have to use, you know, when you get nervous, your body like tightens up, you don't bend your knees as much, and all that stuff goes into hitting a good return.
Yeah.
And it's also very difficult to dial in this serve. Like this is probably the
Yeah.
serve to dial it in that it's the easiest of the serves, but to get it to bounce in the right
In the right
spot,
spot.
it's a little bit difficult, at least for me.
Yeah. I also noticed when you do this, you kind of get a little bit lower than what I noticed.
Yeah, I do. I have a slight bend in my leg, and then because I'm trying to come up. I'm trying to come up on the ball and give it a nice little brush. So it's not like a flat pancake serve where
Right.
it's just like a lob. It still has a little bit of spin. That's when it bounces, hopefully kicking up and out. So it makes it a little bit more difficult
So
for
it's like
them
a
to
lob
hit.
top spin serve.
Exactly, yeah.
And when you're with her legs, you're like definitely elevating it up. So like
Yes.
you get a lot of pace off of it.
Exactly, yeah.
A little
So-
bit long there.
Yeah, that's just where you have to play around with like where you stand, because I generally miss a lot of them long too.
Yeah. I'll try it stationary first.
Ooh.
Maybe a little exaggerated, huh?
Good trajectory though. That one also had a little bit of side spin on it. So it's
yeah.
more of like not this way, it's more of like a brush up onto the ball.
I'll brush up.
Yeah. There it is. That's a
little
lot
bit
better.
out, but yeah, I can see you almost don't want to do too much. Are you really trying to paint that back line most of the time on this?
I am, yeah. I'm not trying to paint it. I'm trying to aim within like a foot and a half of it.
I see. So
and-
margin.
Yeah, and then you can also mess around with the depth that you hit them at. So like you can hit them higher, you can hit them a little bit lower. But I think the most important part is like whenever a girl hits this against me,
Yeah.
generally it's very difficult to get to the net on the next shot.
Right.
So their ball is sort of bouncing and popping up, keeping me back.
Yeah.
So it's it's a good serve to use in singles for keeping your opponent back on
Yeah.
the return, and a good serve to use in doubles just to mix up the next shot.
Matt, you want to try playing a couple of points against her, singles with the lob serve?
So if he were to be a player that likes to come into the net, the lob serve would hopefully keep him back and
Yeah.
then let me punish the third ball and let me take advantage of the court.
Oh my gosh, okay.
And if he does try to come in, he's like two steps behind.
He's 2 steps behind, yeah.
because he really needs to wait for the serve to bounce and come in and hit it,
Yeah.
and then he's behind in the point.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh Matt, you
had
held in
me.
there. You made her grunt. That's like kudos, Matt. Wow, yeah. It's a lot of unassuming pressure.
yeah, it is, and especially making people hit like above the height of their shoulder is also like very tricky for them.
Yeah. All right, one more, Matt. Oh my gosh. That's just... Kaitlyn, your running shots, maybe we'll have to do this another week, but Kaitlyn's like running shots on the move. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but dynamically speaking, like your on the move shots are so precise, it's nuts.
Yeah, no, I love moving. I'm probably one of the more athletic players, so just playing from the wings is definitely one of my strengths, and I've got good leg power, so I'm able to like explode out of the ball when I move. And
Yeah.
so
Like when you were chasing down that ball over there, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm so, like, I'm toast, I'm dunzos, but it looked like you're like, yes, that's my shot.
No, I really do love moving. I think I produce some of my best shots, like on the move. I also slide really well into shots that a lot of other people can't do. But that just comes from my tennis background, and covering the court is one of my favorite things to do.
Oh man. Okay, well, this is a 30-minute video already. That was so cool. Thanks so much for teaching all your shots and all your serves.
Thank you.
We'll probably have to meet up again sometime and
Yes.
have you do a clinic on those running shots. But guys, Kaitlyn Christian, make sure to go follow her on Instagram. If you enjoyed her teaching, hit her up. She's open and doing some teaching and traveling, so definitely hit her up. Thank you again so much. That was
my pleasure.
awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for helping.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.